Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's so odd to actually be saying that because I've been speaking it into existence for a while now, and I've done short clip videos and things like that, but I guess you could honestly say this is the legit first YouTube video that I'm bringing to you, your phone, your computer, your device, whatever it is you're watching. I'm here. So I brought you this look today. I got inspired by the one and only Kylie Jenner, and she has this new summer collection palette that came out, and I was in love with it. She made a look about it, but this is not the palette. I'm actually going to be using two different palettes that I've already acquired, and I just don't want to keep buying new palettes over and over again. I already have enough, and I feel like I'm not utilizing them enough either. So but before I go any further into the video, my name is Mayo Money, and that's not but. My name is Mayo Money on here on Instagram, and I have a Facebook page as well, but my name is Imani, if those of you are wondering. And please hit the subscribe button and like the video, because obviously I want you to always be notified when I post a new video. But like I was saying, I ended up using this Morphe and James Charles collaboration palette, and then I used also this Royal Affairs that I actually was given. This is such a beautiful palette, and this green shade right here is what I have on the lid. So pretty. But yeah, so basically I just wanted to go ahead, film this look. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you at the end of the makeup look. Okay, so we're going to start off with using a little bit of CoverGirl loose powder on my eyebrows. You can use any powder that you would like. I basically just use this because I just lotioned my face with this Nivea cream, and with the brow pencil that I use, it will basically just slip right off of my eye and wouldn't have much pigment. And I'm going to be using a e.l.f. Ultra Precise brow pencil in the shade Deep Brown to basically shape up my brows. I do hair-like strokes in the front, and I like to do just a defined line only at the bottom of the eyebrow. As I'm doing that, I'm going to continue to spoolie them so I can see what areas still need to be filled in more than the others. But I pretty much have a nice thick eyebrow, and I prefer for them to still look real and like it's just hair in between them. I don't really prefer a solid brow all the time, but I might do it sometimes as well. Next, I'm going to be using the Graftobian HD brow powder in the mid-tone brown, and I'm just going to basically kind of set that brow pencil in so that way it just stays in place. Okay, and next I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Conceal palette, and I really love this palette. I use it a lot, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the bottom and the top of my eyebrow, and I'll be using this Morphe M224 brush. It's perfect for cleaning your eyebrows up and just getting that perfect shape, even if you wanted to cut your crease with when using your eyeshadow. So I just use a darker skin tone color above my eyebrow because you don't want your eyebrows to look like they're glowing. You just want that arch to be bleak. So that's why I just use a lighter shade for the bottom. So now I'm going to grab my P. Louise eyeshadow base, and I believe this is in the shade 0.5, and I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid and kind of blend it into that concealer that I cleaned up my eyebrows with. So you want to make sure that you have an even base before going in with your eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using the Morphe and James Charles eyeshadow palette, and it is so beautiful. The colors are really out there, if you will. They're really pigmented, and you can make so many different looks with it. I'm going in with this green shade, and it is going to go all over the crease of my eye, but I'm going to be using a fluffy makeup brush. I don't really know the number of it. But next I'm going to be using a e.l.f. blending eye brush, and I'm going to go into a deeper green shade and put that directly in my crease. You want to kind of just press it in so that way you can get that color payoff, and then you can blend it out after you have pressed that color in as much as you need. Okay, and after you're done with that darker green shade, you're going to go back in with your P. Louise eyeshadow base that I used to prime my eyelid with, and you're going to cut out a halo crease, if you will, because you're going to go over further to the tail of your eye more than you normally would with a regular cut crease. And you just want to make sure your line is perfectly defined. And then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette in the shade Crown, and this is that gorgeous green color shade that really is just stunning. It's a pressed pigment and it is so beautiful. Like, I've used it a few times, but never to this in depth with a green eye that just looks so beautiful like this one. And the brush I'm using is an AOA Studio E113 brush. It's perfect for what I'm using it for. Now, this step is obviously optional, but I like to wet my brush with a little MAC Fix Plus or whatever type of setting spray you might have to make that color just pop a lot more when you put it on your eyelid. And then you want to take that dark green shade again and come in on the corners of it to diffuse those ends so the color isn't just abruptly ending on the eyes. Now I'm going in with my Ardell Faux Mink Knot Free Invisible Band Lashes in the style 812, and these were about $8 at Marshall's, and I fell in love with them when I saw them. If I ever see a cute lash, I'm getting it on the spot. And I did already go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera as well as the mascara. I just used the Sephora waterproof eyeliner. I love it. It is really good. I love a waterproof eyeliner, and it's also a felt tip waterliner pencil. Alrighty, so I have discoloration around the upper part of my mouth, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a salmon color corrector so that way I don't have it peeking through once I put my foundation base on. Whether it's a full coverage or not, I just always opt to do this. And now I'm going to set it with the same CoverGirl loose powder that I did to run through my eyebrows prior to doing them. And so for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the new Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Makeup. Or if that's not a title for you. So yes, that is the shade 4.05. It is a dark, warm peach shade if you're interested. And I mixed that in with the All a Blur primer that I got from Makeup Obsession. It is really well. I love it so much. I like to mix it into my foundation because I saw Jackie Aina do it. So don't ask no questions. And for concealer, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Cashew, which is 365. And I'm going to let that sit on my face and move on to the contour shade. And that's going to be the infamous LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Espresso. This is a holy grail. I really love it. It's perfect for my skin tone. And also, I feel like my lace on my wig is just a little dark. So I like to use it to kind of make my hairline melt into each other because it does have some type of contrast. So, but that's another story. So now I'm going to be using this Swayans A06 brush to blend out the contour shade. And as you can see, it just looks really well. I love it so much. So while I'm blending this out, I'm going to also, after I'm done with this, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I'm going to blend it out, and then I'm going to grab my foundation brush just to make sure that it blends out perfectly. You always want to keep your foundation brush on hand when blending out your contour or your highlighter concealer shades. And as you see, that is why I use it. It just blends in, melts into the skin, and I have been loving using a flat foundation brush as of recently over a poofy one. And yeah, it might get the surface of your face done faster, but I just prefer to use that brush as of lately. And to blend out my concealer under my eyes, I'll be using a Swyan's 805 brush. It's basically a fluffy taper brush. I love the way it looks, and I just haven't been wanting to use beauty blenders as much as I depend on them for everything in life. I just decided to give them a break and to do my makeup with these brushes, and I'm actually really loving it. I'm tired of cleaning out my beauty blenders. Now it's time for me to work on the nose, and obviously this is like the middle of your face, so you always want to make sure that your nose contour is on fleek. Like, you don't want to have those harsh lines, you don't want to have a wider nose than you need, you want that nose to look snatched. So I'm going to be going in with the foundation brush, which has like the same foundation shade on it and a little bit of that espresso, and I like to drag it halfway down. I like to stop where my nose starts to round at the tip, just so that way I don't have like a long straight nose, because that's not how my nose looks, that's not how I want it to look. So I basically just bring it down all the way until the tip of my nose starts to round. And I really love that foundation brush because look how it just fits right into that area. So next I'm going to be using the banana powder with a e.l.f. small taper brush to set underneath my eyes. As of lately, I just do not prefer to bake so hard on my face. I already pretty much have dry skin, whether it's the winter or the summer months. I just don't have very oily skin. So I'm going to set my whole face using the banana benign powder. I'm using it over my lip, on the everywhere I put the concealer basically is where I'm going to put this powder. And after I'm done with setting my face with the banana powder, I'm going to also do a little soft bake using the brush, just going along sides of my nose and a little bit under my eyes, so that way I just have more time for it to sit and set into my makeup, so that way it lasts a little bit longer. So you just want to do it just like that. Look at my nose, it looks so cute. I love to contour my nose. Next I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. finishing powder, and it's like a sheer finishing powder. I really love it. It is in the shade medium to dark. I actually got it offline and I ordered another one, so now I have two of these. I don't need them, but I'm pretty sure I can go through both of them because of how much I really love them. So you want to set your face with that. Next I'm going to go in with this random brush. It's just like perfect for the middle of my jawline, and this is the Morphe Megastar Glamour bronzer. Oh, I love this bronzer. It's $12. You get so much of it, and I literally just saturate my face with it. It's like perfect for the undertone. Like if you look at my chest, you can see that it's like the perfect shade. So next I'm going to be going into that same Megastar Glamour bronzer by Morphe, and I'm going to be using a Luxie 239 taper brush. It is so good for your nose because you don't want a brush that is too dense to do your nose contour, because you want your nose contour to be soft. You do not want a hard contour shade on your nose. So next I'm going back into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to try to put the colors in the description box because I threw away the plastic piece that had all the name shades on it. So that's why I'm not naming them right now, but I will have them in the description box. But I'm using a Swyan's A11 brush, and these Swyan brushes that I'm speaking of, I actually got them off of AliExpress. They were very cheap. You got so many of them, and they're like the most beautiful brushes. Not even just like the handle, I'm talking about the quality of the hair of the brushes. But back to makeup. So yes, I'm using a deeper blue shade from the James Charles palette still, and I'm putting that in my waterline, that darker blue shade, and it just is making everything come together. You're smoking it out basically. And now I'm going to go back into my BH Cosmetics palette to diffuse the edge of it. You don't want any harsh lines ever, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the same brush that I used before to put the blue on, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend it on out. So we're going to jump into blush, and I'm going to use the Steve Laurent I'm Blushing shade with my Morphe E4 brush and bring it up into your hairline. And I did use a little bit, so then I just decided to use that banana powder that was still sitting on my face to brush off and kind of calm down all of that blush, because it did seem like a lot at first. And with that fluffy brush that I put that first very light green shade, you're going to connect your nose into it. And right after you do that, you're going to grab your Becca Champagne Pop with the Jaclyn Hill collaboration. It is so pretty. I still have it chopped up, blended up. It's literally in pieces, but I'm going to use it until it's all gone. And then I'm going to use my Tarte's contour palette, and I believe this is the collaboration with Makeup Shayla. And I keep this palette simply for those highlight shades in there to do the bridge of my nose. Like, look how it makes my nose stand out even more without even actually putting a true highlighter on it. And next I'm going to use the NYX Suede pencil in the color Mason. And then for the lip, the Milani Lips 25, and it is in the shade name is Naturally Chic. Then I'm gonna go ahead and mist my face with the Morphe setting mist before I put my highlighter on. I just feel like it makes my highlighter stick more and it shines better because it is a loose highlighter. I'm using the Wet n Wild Loose Highlight All Glown Up. It is so beautiful. I put it all over my cheeks at the highest points, down the bridge of my nose, my eyebrows, and pretty much that's the end of the look. Okay, everyone, so yes, this is the final look as you saw in the beginning and as me getting it completely done. And I am so happy with the way it turned out, the way it looks. I think it is so pretty, so complimenting to anything black you have on. Like, why not? I mean, this is a type of eye that is bold, may make you wonder if you want to actually do it, but you just have to kind of dive on in, do it, get your feet wet, might as well. Like, it was very easy. I only used less than 10 colors. I don't want to count them off the side of my head, but I know I used like 6, I believe I used 6 colors on this eye look. So that's really not a lot of eye colors. I mean, a lot of shades. But I really had fun making this video, doing the intro and the outro, and it was definitely, I am such a perfectionist, and I think that that is blocking me from being able to release as much content as I would like to on the consistent basis, because it could be a hair out of place and I'm like, no, I'm gonna delete the video. And it is very intimidating to be on YouTube with so many women who are so good at what they're doing on here. And you know, sometimes you want to drive into something and you want to be the best immediately, and that's not where they came from. And these girls are honest with their journey when becoming YouTubers. And you know, nobody starts at the top. It just, you have to be consistent. You have to know that this is what you want to do, and I'm pretty confident that this is what I want. So needless to say, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm speaking into the existence that you have already subscribed to my channel. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment if you like a new look. I'm always wanting to hear from people if they want to see something. If they don't, I don't know, but that would make me happy as well. And see you on my next video. So have a good day.